As a computer science student, we know with the right tools and knowledge we can build just about anything. What I personally love the most is using programming to automate stuff that I am too lazy to do otherwise. This weekend I was feeling kinda lazy, as I always do, and I decided to make Python scripts to automate some stupid and boring habits. This was a long journey filled with dark paths and difficulties and stuff. This is my story. Guys, I'm a huge How I Met Your Mother fan. I've watched this series like 1,000 times. For those of you who don't know, this is a comedy/drama sitcom about a guy and his friends who are living in New York. I randomly pick an episode after 10 seasons and just play it. The only problem is I can't decide which episode I want to watch. I mean, I want it to be random, but I just can't pick up an episode. So to solve this problem, I made a script that plays a random episode for me. And thus I began coding. The script will be fairly straightforward. A thing about Python is that it can do a lot of things in a lot less time. I mean, it doesn't do it properly, but that's fair enough for me. All I'm doing basically is storing the path of each and every episode in a dictionary, generating a random number and playing episodes by looking at the dictionary at that random number index. Easy, right? It should take me less than an hour or something.
6.5 hours later.
Okay, it took me a lot more time than I expected, but it's finally working, I guess. Well, there you go. Problem solved. World hunger cured. You guys must be wondering, is this useful?
Nay.
Do I like it?
Nay.
Was it worth it?
Nay.
But this is how I use my programming knowledge to make this world a better place. I converted the script into an exe file so that I don't have to open my text editor every time I want to play an episode and compile the script and run Python and stuff like that. I just click on this exe file and the episode runs itself. I mean, this is how you actually learn coding, by making stupid stuff. Okay, let me tell you about another script I made this weekend. You see, earlier this year I had used a bot to follow a lot of people on GitHub. Now I realize that my GitHub feeds is full of rubbish. I need to unfollow some people who are less active, but manually going into their accounts, checking out their profiles and deciding to unfollow or not is such a pain in the. Guess what I did next? I created another bot to unfollow people on GitHub based on their contributions. This one is pretty similar to another video I did where I applied to various internships through a bot. Go check it out if you haven't. I use Selenium package along with Beautiful Soup for some web scraping. The way this works is it logs into my account, goes to the list of users I follow, checks out each of them one by one. If it finds an account whose contribution is less than 100, it presses unfollow.
20 minutes later.
I won't lie, coding this bot took me a fair amount of time. I ran this bot. It was really beautiful to look at it, going through every user, checking out their contributions and cleaning my following list. However, the funny part is when it was done, I checked out how many users I still follow. Earlier it was about 400 accounts. Now it was 370. Well, it turns out that there were not many accounts with contributions less than 100. I could have adjusted it and made it a little bit more strict for checking contributions, but I got bored, even though it was literally one single variable that I had to change. Also, if you're watching this video, go check out my GitHub profile and give me a follow-up. I promise I won't make a bot to unfollow you. My third and final script was actually pretty useful. Ever had those times when you have tons of movies to watch but can't decide which one? You want to watch the best movies first and save those veggies for the end. And yeah, movies and series, that's all I do these days. I need therapy. So I decided to write a script which arranges the movies in your folders according to the IMDb rating. The bot picks up the list of movies in the folder you specify and stores the name in a list. Then it goes over the list and checks out the rating of each movie. It does this by using a module called requests in Python. It fetches the ratings and makes a hash table of the movie's name and ratings. Also, check out my movies' names. It's not straightforward to search them on Google, but it handles these cases perfectly well. In the end, it sorts the hash table and adds a prefix to the movie's name according to its position in the sorted list. So at last we have a folder where movies are sorted according to the ratings and I can just pick up the top ones. So guys, this was all I did this weekend, coding and sleeping and eating sandwiches. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. If you want to check out the code, I have left GitHub links to all these scripts. and I guess I'll see you next time.